Ever wondered how flour, that basic but crucial component in your bread, cakes, and cookies, finds its way into your pantry? Today, we're going to peek behind the curtain into the captivating process of flour production. From the lush fields of golden wheat to the tidy bags lined up in the supermarket shelves, every stage involves a bit of science, a touch of technology, and a whole lot of accuracy. So, let's dive in. Our journey of flour making starts right in the heart of the fields during the harvest. It's been this way for generations, as wheat has always been a staple crop. Now, there are lots of wheat varieties grown worldwide, but for baking flour, it's usually a choice between hard and soft wheat. Hard wheat, like durum or red wheat, is rich in protein, which makes it great for bread and pasta. Soft wheat, however, is suited to pastries and cakes due to its low protein content and finer texture. The trick to a fruitful harvest is all about timing. The wheat needs to be fully matured with firm and dry grains. But waiting too long could mean risking damage from the harsher weather or breaking of the grains. It's a bit of a balancing act. Harvest too early and the grains aren't fully grown. Leave it too late and the entire harvest could be lost. Weather is a major player in the harvesting process. Rain, high humidity, or even prolonged drought can affect the crop significantly. This is why farmers keep a close eye on the weather forecasts to ensure they harvest at the perfect time for maximum quality and quantity. This is where the real work begins, bringing in the combine harvester, a wonder of modern farming. This machine doesn't just cut the wheat stalks, it threshes the crop, separating the grain from the straw and chaff, all in a single swift action. It's a big time saver, doing in a day what it would take hundreds of people to achieve manually. The grain is separated and collected inside the harvester, while leftover straw is expelled to be used as animal feed or to replenish the soil. After harvesting, the grains are transferred into large grain carts or trucks through a convenience tube called an auger. The grains can be taken directly to the mill or stored at grain facilities, where they wait for the next step. It's essential to keep the grain in the best condition during transport, as any moisture or contaminants can affect the final flour quality. Harvesting is a major operation that requires meticulous planning, teamwork, and a variety of machines to efficiently gather the wheat. It's a hustle that flies under the radar, hidden behind the serene and calm appearance of the fields. And so, the journey begins, from field to road. The wheat starts its transformation into flour that brings joy to kitchens everywhere. But of course, this is just the beginning. The next stop in this exciting journey is the mill, where the real magic happens. Freshly picked wheat has just landed at the mill, ready to embark on its journey to become flour. But hold on, there's an essential step before grinding: cleaning the grain. Even if the wheat appears tidy, the journey from field to mill could introduce undesired elements. This phase ensures that only the purest wheat grains progress further. The cleaning operation is both meticulous and technologically advanced, utilizing a variety of specialized machinery to eliminate impurities. Initially, separators work their magic to filter out larger debris, such as remnants of plant stalks, tiny stones, and even metal fragments. It's essential to get rid of these as they can cause damage to the machinery. The separators employ screens with exact mesh sizes, allowing the grains to pass while blocking anything bigger. It's similar to shaking a beach towel to dislodge any sand, only on a much bigger scale. Then comes the use of aspirators. These machines apply strong airflows to lift and remove lighter impurities like dust, husks, or loose chaff. The process needs a delicate balance, potent enough to get rid of undesirable particles, but gentle enough to not harm the wheat. Safety is paramount during the cleaning process. Magnetic separators are used to ensure even the tiniest metal fragments that may cause harm later are identified and removed. Some factories take it a notch above and employ sophisticated water washers to eliminate ultrafine particles from the wheat. However, as water can fluctuate moisture levels, the grains are usually dried instantly afterwards to preserve their perfect milling condition. Cleaning goes beyond simply eliminating what doesn't fit. It's about precision. Contemporary cleaning systems are fitted with automated sensors that oversee each step of the process. These machines can adapt their settings to accommodate different crop varieties or flag early contamination signs before they become a problem. The result is a fine-tuned cleaning process that results in the highest quality grain. By the time the cleaning stage wraps up, the wheat is entirely pure and all set for the milling process. The removal of these impurities isn't just about machinery safety. It's about ensuring consistent, superior quality flour that is safe and tasty. Each grain of dust, every stray stone is meticulously removed, leaving only perfection. With the wheat grains now sparkling clean, they've geared up for the next hurdle, grinding. This is the phase where those minute grains are crushed into the fine powder we recognize as flour. Keep following because the next step is as interesting as it is crucial. The freshly cleaned wheat begins its transformation into flour with an intricate grinding process. This isn't as simple as crushing grains, though. It's a precision-based procedure that carefully breaks down the wheat into a fine, lovable, and usable powder. Each step is geared towards yielding a particular texture, quality, and consistency. At the heart of this process is a high-tech machine called a roller mill. Picture this as an upgraded rolling pin. The roller mill features pairs of robust steel rollers that masterfully crush and refine the wheat. This process isn't done in one go, though. Each pair of rollers is strategically set to gradually crush the wheat to a particular degree. The grinding procedure splits the wheat grain into three main parts: the bran, germ, and endosperm. The bran is the rougher outer part, rich in fiber. The germ is the nourishing core, and the endosperm is the white center that holds the secret of the soft, fluffy flour. The focus here is mainly on the endosperm for baking flour, but the bran and germ aren't discarded. They find their way into whole wheat flour or other uses. Post-grinding, the wheat goes through high-speed sieves to separate the fine arts from the coarse. Any larger remaining pieces are sent back to relive the roller mill experience. This technique, known as gradual reduction, ensures an ultra-fine texture and reduces heat buildup that could compromise the flour's quality. These days, the grinding process is overseen by precision technology. Sensors continually keep an eye on the milling roller's speed, pressure, and temperature to maintain consistency. This guarantees that each flour batch shares the same texture and quality, whether it's bound for a home baker or a professional kitchen. Here's a fun fact: all flour types undergo the same process, but are ground to different fineness levels and protein content. Bread flour is more coarse and protein-rich, which gives structure. Cake and pastry flours are extra fine for giving your delicacies a soft, airy texture. The coarsely milled durum wheat results in semolina, the stuff pasta dreams are made of. But it's not over once the perfect consistency is attained. Before the flour is packaged, it goes through rigorous quality checks. This is because your baking endeavors deserves nothing but the best flour, and not all flour passes muster. The process for turning hard, golden wheat grains into soft, delicate flour is quite the marvel. But the journey isn't over yet. The next time we meet, we'll talk about how factories test and secure quality before the flour lands in your kitchen. Before you can bake up a storm with your favorite flour, it has to go through a crucial step, which is quality control. This makes sure that every flour batch you get meets top-notch standards for safety, uniformity, and effectiveness. After all, baking requires precision and reliability. The process of ensuring quality starts with periodic sampling. Tiny quantities of flour are taken from every batch and sent to the mill's laboratory for careful examination. This flour undergoes a range of tests focused on different quality aspects, from its touch to its moisture level and even its protein content. No detail is left unchecked. One of the first things checked is the flour's moisture content. This is so important because moist flour can form lumps, spoil fast, or mess up baking recipes. Conversely, very dry flour may not mix well with other ingredients. By maintaining the moisture levels within a specific range, commonly around 14%, mills guarantee that the flour will behave consistently, no matter the recipe you're trying out. The next test involves checking the protein content. Protein, primarily gluten, gives dough its structure and stretchiness. That's why bread flour has more protein than cake flour. It needs to form a strong, elastic dough which can rise without falling. With the help of sophisticated machinery like rheometers, technicians assess how the flour's proteins act when blended with water. This also determines its ideal use. Today, quality control labs heavily rely on technology. Sophisticated imaging tools zoom in on flour at microscopic levels. This is to make sure the grains are ground evenly and there are no undesired particles. Some mills even use near-infrared spectroscopy to detect impurities or anomalies that are invisible to the human eye. But at times, machines alone aren't enough. To ensure quality, real-world testing is necessary. This involves actual baking with the flour. Small ovens and mixers enable food technologists to test how the flour acts when made into dough, batter, or baked goods. This is to ensure every flour bag will work as anticipated for both professional bakers and home cooks. Additionally, the flour needs to meet stringent food safety standards. Many mills work under global certifications such as HACCP, Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points, or ISO standards. These ensure all production steps are clean and that the end product is perfectly safe to eat. From preventing contamination to ensuring uniform ingredients, these certifications mark a global benchmark for quality. After the flour clears all tests, it's officially given a thumbs up and ready for packaging. This strict control process ensures not only the safety of the flour you bake with, but also gives you assurance that your recipes will turn out just as you envisioned. And with the flour thoroughly tested and approved, it's time for the last stage, which is packaging. The journey of flour from field to kitchen is a fascinating one. It begins with dedicated work to harvest, clean, and grind grains, followed by rigorous quality checks. The final leg of this journey involves packaging and distribution, allowing it to reach millions of kitchens and bakeries across the globe. Everything hinges on the packaging materials. Flour is typically packed into paper bags, known for their eco-friendliness and breathability, which helps prevent moisture. For larger orders, durable plastic or woven polypropylene sacks are utilized to withstand transportation. Precision machines then fill each bag with the perfect amount of flour. This accuracy is crucial, not only to keep customers happy, but also to meet industry weight standards. These machines are constantly monitored to ensure that every bag contains just the right amount of flour. Once full, the bags are sealed swiftly to preserve the flour's freshness and quality. Thanks to advanced sealing technology, the flour remains contaminant-free and fresh all the way to your kitchen. Meanwhile, printers add crucial details such as the type of flour, its weight, and a best before date. After that, these individual bags of flour are grouped into larger bundles and placed onto pallets. Automated systems make this process quick and efficient, at the same time ensuring that the pallets are stable for transport, thereby avoiding any damage during transit. Following the packaging, the flour is ready to be transported all around the world. Factories collaborate closely with logistics experts to ensure smooth distribution. Strict controls on temperature and humidity are maintained to keep the flour in perfect condition, especially when it's headed to destinations with challenging climates. The distribution of flour involves multiple transportation modes, such as trucks for nearby delivery, cargo trains for large orders, and ships for worldwide export. Every stage is meticulously tracked to ensure timely delivery, whether it's to a local grocery store or an international bakery. Upon reaching its destination, the flour is set to spark creativity in kitchens of all sizes. The incredible journey from lush wheat fields to store shelf is a dedicated balance of precision and efficiency. But as the flour reaches your kitchen, it's time for its real magic to unfold as you transform it into a mouth-watering loaf of bread, delicate pastries, or whatever your culinary imagination can conjure. In essence, the creation of flour is a fascinating blend of traditional farming and cutting-edge technology. Hopefully, you'll enjoy baking with the flour in your pantry even more, knowing the remarkable journey it's been on. There you go. Behold the remarkable journey that transforms golden wheat into the everyday staple, flour. Tracing its path from vast fields to your kitchen cupboard, it's an intricate dance between nature, modern technology, and know-how. Intrigued by the hidden magic behind your baking adventures? Show some love by liking this video and hitting that subscribe button. What's your go-to flour-based delicacy? Don't hold back. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, let the baking bliss continue.